All right, so here we are at Broken Arrow, and I'm with Jason, one of our workers. I'm just going to talk to you about what happens when somebody comes in here and has never done archery before. But how do you start them off?
Well, normally what we do is we'll try to get some guidelines going so that we've got some rules to apply, so we can get them into the art as well as they can have a bit of fun.
Yep.
That's more than anything that we're trying to do.
People do have fun when they do this.
It's a bit of a family affair, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we try to do is start off with the recurve bow, and we get that sort of intuitive shooting as such with it. So same principle as throwing a ball. They get them going in that respect of things. For your full hour, we'll try to split it up, so we'll get you different distances.
Yep.
And then from there...
So I guess once they've used the recurve bow, this is a fairly simple system where they've got an arrow rest and where they knock the arrow on. There's no sight or anything, like you said, so they're instinctively shooting.
Yeah.
And once they get competent of that and they want to have a go of a compound bow, at what point do you give them a compound bow?
Probably go about that halfway through. That's when most people feel a little bit more confident with pulling back that bow and using the bow to its full extent so that they get their eye in a little bit more and they're hitting in that red zone plus to the yellow.
They're starting to group the arrows and things.
So that's right,
so then we put a compound bow in their hands. These are a bit more powerful, but what this introduces to them, of course, is an aiming system rather than aiming instinctively.
Yeah.
They're using the sights on the front of it in line with the peep sight, so they can actually aim and hit the target more accurately.
That's right, yeah.
Right, and
They'll use a release. So your main thing between a release is that it gives you a more correct line from the cams when you're pulling. That's more than so you can't have the problem of pulling the string off the cams.
Yeah.
And with your release, it gives you a little bit more direct, not touching the bow as much, so you can't pull it from side to side, interfering with its line.
Yeah.
That's more than
much easier to shoot a compound bow with a release aid.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. So then, if people then get competent with this, maybe after 1 hour of shooting, and they want to come back again for another time, we've just started to introduce another compound bow that we've set up. That's what we call performance enhanced. It's got a little bit more poundage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Adjustable sights. We can start to teach them how to actually adjust the sights to hit the target,
with that sight,
and also a drop away rest rather than shooting that whisker biscuit, which is a safe rest. They're a competent archer now, basically, and they'll start to use a drop away rest, which will give the arrow again much more accuracy.
Yeah, just less contact with that arrow always helps a little bit more.
Yeah. So they start off with a recurve at $16 for an adult for an hour for an archery experience.
That's it, and then
14 for the kids.
Under 12 gets $14. Yeah.
And then a compound bow is the same rate.
Same rate.
But if they want to go up to the performance enhanced one, it's like $20 for the hour.
Yeah, that's right.
Use that. It comes with set of arrows that are matched to the bow that they can use.
That's right. Yeah, and it just helps with getting that group down a lot tighter once you get the same weighted arrows and the same spine arrows.
Yeah.
So Jay, how do we find this place?
All right. Well, we're in Nambour, straight across the road from McDonald's, so it is easy to find. But it's 55 Curry Street in Nambour. You can ring and book a lane for an hour at a time on the hour, and it's 5441 2889. Got that right? But come along. Anyone can do this from any age from 7 years up, basically, all the way up to 65, 80 years old. Great fun. Definitely. Male, female. Great fun.